Welcome to the home of the BYU Cougars in LaVell Edwards Stadium in Provo, Utah. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Indiana Hoosiers, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the BYU Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Hoosiers will put total leather and will get started. And he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So BYU's offense will get the ball first. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape, because that was not pretty. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays, and so...
Oh, he's got some space. Guided out of bounds at the 34, and the running game really coming through. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Rolling right and going deep. And incomplete on the deep ball. All right, guys, let's chat about BYU. It's the conference finale today. Win this one. Extra football ahead. Has taken a ton of hard work to get here, David, and they certainly can't afford to let down.
Yeah, and you people, Reese, you know, that looking ahead, always pointing to...
Room to the right. Touchdown, BYU! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
And he puts through the extra point. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The Hoosiers offense has its first opportunity of the day. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. The give to the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Dropping back, it's Montgomery. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Here's a return from midfield. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. The run to the left. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Trying play action. Gets rid of it. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Bringing it back. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back.
Hold on.
So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Defense showing blitz here. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. It's a fumble on the play. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. Looking to throw on first down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Balls and fired complete. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. When you're around midfield, the analytics will tell you so much better to go for it on fourth down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Lawrence. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? Looking for a man, it's Montgomery. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And he's got it inside the 20.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. That play just got wrecked. 3rd and 1, and they went backwards. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink. When you knock it off the crossbar. Those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
Leaves it with the back. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to...
Down the seam on the left. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. He now has 111 yards rushing. He continues to impress as he leads the nation in rushing. Takes the easy throw in the flat. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Got the first down and more. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. And the Cougars have this offense rolling. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He's got the tight end. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. We've reached the break. BYU is on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. He'll be run out of bounds at the 13.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell they want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they just trying to get to him, try to get him on the ground, but this defense choosing to blitz right now in this football game.
That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Cougar!
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. And this is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now, they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. The Hoosiers will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays,
Turning it on! Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
And obviously this guy's been hyped up when we talked about him in the Heisman race. What do you have to do? You got to finish strong. The voters are watching what you do at the end of the season. Awesome opportunity. Put together a 100-yard game last week. Put some stats up. Get a bunch of touchdowns. You know, really finish strong so you can get in that Heisman race and maybe go win that big trophy.
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stout. They're not getting moved anywhere, and they're able to make a big-time play.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Back to throw, it's Bachmeier. Caught in the backfield, it's Valentine. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
And the defense has to be kicking themselves for allowing a 1st down there. You're just maybe going to give them a few yards and let them set up for a field goal. Instead, you let them move the chains, and now they're knocking on your door 1st and goal.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
when a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue in to him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start to maybe turning this defensive effort around.
Beck's going for the goal line. He steps out of bounds just short of the end zone, and they'll try to punch it in from there.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, BYU! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. A doff of the fedora, a hat trick, and we're not even at halftime yet.
Yeah, and these guys get these in high school and Little League, but my goodness, to do it at the college level, you already got 3, and it's just the first half. I think he's in for a pretty good day.
Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I...
Breaks into the open. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout. And man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Back to pass. It's Montgomery. Snagged in the middle. It's Johnson. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. And the Hoosiers in the hurry up. To the air on first down. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Just a short pass to the tight end. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. The Hoosiers will call on their punt team. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Trying to hit the sideline on the right. He's knocked down for a loss of 7. Boy, it was like the defender heard the play call. He was ready for that one.
One of the things is diagnose and go get it.
There he goes. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. The Cougars are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that first half, and moving forward now, they've got to try and take this running back away.
The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10. After run, now throw. Got it in the middle, it's Lawrence. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
To throw, it's Bachmeier. Quick strike complete. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The Cougars racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Able to make the catch, but not in the field of play. It's an incomplete pass. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Let's go. Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw on 1st down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Here's a heat. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. And the pass is incomplete here on 3rd down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out.
Hold it.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the 1st down on 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Bachmeier. Throws to the tight end. It's complete. Defense knocks him down immediately after the catch, but now they're facing a goal-to-go situation from the 7. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Trying to bull his way in. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cougars.
This offense looks like they're in a rhythm. Whatever they've been dialing up here in the 1st half, they've had a lot of success with. You saw it on that last drive here at the end of the 2nd quarter. Scoring a touchdown, they're going to be difficult to stop in the 2nd half, and the defense needs to start making adjustments.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Provo.
BYU about to kick it off to open the 2nd half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Huge deficit to start this 3rd quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't.
Oh, he's got some space. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Montgomery. Under fire. Finds a man on the left. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. In search of their 1st touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Right on the money. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. And the Hoosiers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
The sure hands, it's Bond. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. His offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working, and they'll back up after the holding penalty. The Hoosiers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Defense playing a bail technique. Got it in the middle, it's Parker. Just sledgehammering his way down to the 33.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job.
A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Here comes the field goal unit. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Can't make contact with the kicker like that. A costly special teams penalty. You've got to know your path in front of the kicker. Offense comes back on the field. Shakes off the defender. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. 8th play of the drive, and to keep this one going, they'll need to convert a 3rd and 5. Back to throw, it's Montgomery. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Absolutely perfect. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Big one this week in the SEC. Heck, they're all big ones in that conference. Alabama is in serious trouble right now, and by in trouble, I mean this could get uglier than a bad prom date. They're trailing by 35 to Texas A&M. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition, and if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He'll pull it down.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Wide receiver going in motion. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now on 1st down from the 28. Use the play fake, now to throw. Scrambling away. Took care of it himself. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. BYU lines up quickly.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you got to get them locked down. But if you're the D coordinator here, you got to be more selective with your coverage and mix it up, because man coverage against a scrambling quarterback can hurt you.
Quarterback may change this route. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Quick release by the QB. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down...
Turning it on! They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. BYU with the 1st and 10. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. They'll move it back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. They'll try the run. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing it.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, BYU!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
That's the end of the quarter, and BYU is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field breaks into the open. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Hoosiers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Pulls it and fires to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Leaves it with the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front...
They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs. Great place to start for this offense. Off the play fake on first down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. And the Cougars have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Off the play fake. Going deep. He's got it inside the 25. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the fourth quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game, being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
They'll give it to him again. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
All right, they've shown this formation a lot of times, and especially in the first half. Now what do? They show the formation, pull some guys and run a counter backside. Beautiful play design. Way to adjust in the second half.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell.
Touchdown, Cougar! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Cross the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds, and that's where the offense will go to work. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness. There he goes! He's at the... I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift. A late touchdown.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And now this offense will take the field again. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27. The Cougars can really attack on this 2nd and short. Got a man, it's Nakua. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass, it's Bachmeier. Quarterback moving. Trying to make magic on the scramble. First down and more. And he'll finally slide after the long run. I'm not sure if he wanted to avoid the hit or he just got tired. BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Big pick up on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. BYU trying to make this red zone trip pay off. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
And when this quarterback is in a rhythm, this offense is really hard to stop. You've seen that on this drive. He's 3 for 3, but they're also running the ball well. Everything they're dialing up right now is working.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Running back looking for the end zone to the left. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. That, his 40th career touchdown run.
This guy's had a lot of success throughout his career, but 40 touchdowns is something that's pretty commendable, David. He continues to challenge himself each and every game and every year to get better.
Yeah, just the consistency has been so impressive. The offense is built around him. Like, he's going to get the football, he's going to be featured, and still finds the end zone week after week.
This drive will open from the 15. Looking to throw on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Use the play fake, now to throw. Zings it complete to the right. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Still firing away as he'll go down swinging. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Stop just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't